It's the age-old battle between Xbox and PlayStation. Sorry, Nintendo. Stick around to find out what these two offer as we look at what their streaming game brings to you. When comparing these services, we'll look at 5 different factors. We're going to look at cost, geographical availability, like where can you stream this, the devices that you can stream on, the game catalog that each has, and the extras that are included for your monthly cost. Now, cloud gaming has been around for a while. In fact, 16 years as of now. In 2010, there was a company called OnLive, and I actually enjoyed that service, and I was a subscriber for a while. They even had their own controller, and later they had a little device you could hook up to your TV and play there. But it was really one of our first pioneering things to get us either from the device that was actually playing, like the console, into different screens and different areas. And OnLive was a way to do that. You could use a controller, use your device, you could hook it up to a TV. Now I digress, and we move on to Xbox and PlayStation because that is the subject of this video. All right, folks, let's go through these 5 different features for each one and see what the differences are between Xbox, Game Pass Ultimate, and PlayStation Plus. Now, I did top tier for each one because Sony's only streaming option is the top tier, so we're just going to measure against that. First of all, let's look at pricing. So pricing for Xbox Game Ultimate is quite a bit higher. We're at $22.99 a month or $275.88 for the year versus $159 or $13.33 a month. Geographic locations are about the same. We're sitting at 29 countries for Xbox and 30 countries for PlayStation. The only big differences I saw in this are there's more European countries for PlayStation, and there's a lot more in the Asia Pacific region, including India, New Zealand, and Australia. The devices, Xbox Game Pass is going to win heavily on devices. It's available on Xbox, PC, browser, smart TVs, MetaQuest, and basically anything that can run a browser can basically run Game Pass. So it's a huge leg up here. We're not really crowning an overall winner for this type of thing. It's just trying to note the differences for you when you're looking at these different services. And then devices for PlayStation are, you can get the PlayStation app on PC, you can't get it on a Mac, and you can't do this through the browser. So you're limited to PC, you're limited to the PlayStation or the PS Portal, which is their handheld device. Now, when it comes to the games catalog, Xbox and PlayStation have a lot of games available. So let's look at the numbers for each one. For Xbox, they say on the website it's 500 plus games, and they do day one games, but this includes things like the Ubisoft classics, the EA Play games, and their classic Xbox titles as well. So they list 914, and we'll see that in a moment when we zoom in on what their listing looks like. And then on the PlayStation side, we're sitting at 641 games according to their site, and we'll show that as well. Now, here is a screenshot of the games from the Xbox Game Pass, and it says 914 there in the top. This is when you click on Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, and you can scroll through. You can filter all the games, or you can search for a game title yourself if you're looking for which games do you want to play and will it be available on which pass. It's actually a very nice filter system for you to go look through there. And if we go look at PlayStation, they have 641 games available, and as we're looking through here, we've seen you can pretty much do the same thing, search for all the games that you're looking for and see if it's on the pass. And if that's something that you want to do, then you can stream those games as well, as long as they're available here. Now, the extras included for each one of these passes, you get Ubisoft classics on both. On the Xbox side, you get EA Play, Fortnite Crew, you get the Xbox 360 titles, and you get day one games as well. On the PlayStation side, besides Ubisoft, we have Sony Pictures Classic Catalog, and also PlayStation Classic games. So like PlayStation, I think 1, maybe 2, 3, and 4. Usually 4 doesn't count in the classics, but anyways, it's part of their bigger game catalog from their legacy systems. And that is going to round out this video for Xbox Cloud Gaming versus PlayStation Plus. They both have a service that you can subscribe to. You can get your games on the go on different types of devices, but let's break down what we went over and you can make those conclusions yourself. Now, when we look at pricing, obviously Xbox is almost double the price, and you don't get double the games, but you do get way more devices. And so if you're looking at playing on a TV or a MacBook or iOS devices or a headset, Xbox is the way to go no matter the price. You're not going to be able to do that on a PlayStation. Geographic locations, it's in a lot of major metros and countries. It's pretty much a tie there. The devices, we just talked about Xbox, clear winner there. But if you're tied to PlayStation devices, obviously it's kind of a no-brainer. But if you have both, you may be going which way, one way or the other. Game catalog, we saw they each have over 500 games respectively. We're sitting at over 900 for Xbox, and we're sitting at over 600 for PlayStation. So tons of content to play. Also, you don't have to install the content. It's all streamable. So that's the great part about that. And then the extras included, I think Xbox gives you a little bit more here, which makes the price go down. When you get Fortnite Crew, which is $12, that knocks your price down to about $10 a month for the service. And then if you look at Ubisoft Classics and EA Play, the Xbox fee is actually free. It's actually like minus $3. If you don't consider those to be a value and you don't want to include that in the price of what you're getting as something to subtract from the cost, and you just want to say, hey, look, it's $22.99, I don't care what you give me, then obviously we're sitting at double the price of PlayStation. PlayStation Extras, Ubisoft Classics is about all you're getting. The Sony Pictures catalog, I'm not really sure what to put a price on that one, so I would say price alone is definitely going to be the winner for Sony, but I think you get more extras for gaming if you're going the Xbox route. And that is it for Xbox versus PlayStation. Hopefully this video helps you if you're trying to make a decision, or if you just need more info on how these two compared. Make sure you like and subscribe for more content around gaming, streaming, and technology. I am Sir Dead Knight, and I'll see you next time.